You guys asked for a wrap up. You've got a wrap up. It's a wrap up and my Bookish Bulletin. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone. This is MJ, and you are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk fiction, friends, and fun. And remember, before we get started, I know that it helps, so help a girl out, okay? Okay, so I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome if you're brand new. Welcome back if you are a subscriber. I am filming this at night, which is perfect because our girl, you know who I'm talking about, Garbagostina Trasterica. She had such a good time yesterday with the first day of Garbagest. She's sleeping. So we gotta be quiet so she stays asleep, okay? All right, so last week, we had a getaway vacation. The Hubs turned 50, and we celebrated in style. We went down to Jamaica with some family and just had a heck of a good time. Had some good food, stayed at a resort, and just relaxed. Now, I did not get as much reading done as I wanted to because, you know, there's naps in between going in the ocean and having a little beverage, a little adult beverage. It was the break that I desperately needed. All right, so yes, I'm back. I'm back in the groove. I'm back connecting with you. And happy Garbagest. Yes, our girl Garbagostina is, she's asleep because she had a little bit too much party last night. So she is sleeping it off, and I'm sure you will be seeing her in the near future. You may be seeing her for next week's wrap up. So what we're going to do is we're going to review the polls and quizzes that I put up this past week, as well as talking about the books that I've read. And that's for all of July, not just, you know, every 2 weeks. So I didn't read as many as I thought I did, but honestly, when I think about the books that I read, like there were some chunkers in there, so I'm okay with it. I'm okay. So let me get my specs on and let's go through polls and quizzes. All right, so hi, Watson. So the first question that I asked is monthly wrap-up. Should I bring them back? And 76% of you said yes. 24% of you said no, you cover it in the bulletin. So I give the people what they want. We are back on doing monthly wrap-ups. Then I asked, how are we in the last days of July? Tell me how your July has been. So we have 58% said not enough time for books. And how is it August already? 18% said too many activities, didn't get as much done as I wanted. Do you want to come up? Up. Oh, he's here. You can't see him. Jerry, what? All right, Mr. Watson is here, so say hi, Waddy. Waddy, right there. Say hi, guys. All right, so 18% said too many activities, didn't get done as much as I wanted. 14% said it was a perfect balance of books and fun, and 10% said it was my best reading month one of my best reading months of the year, and that was 10%. Then I asked how many people were. Oh, this is really crooked. Sorry, guys. Then I asked how many people are. I asked if you are participating in Garbagest this year. 50% of you said, heck yes, I can't wait. You are my tribe. I know it. And then 26% said, oh no, it's not for me. And 24% of you said, what's Garbagest? I was a little shocked at that. Half of you are not participating in it. And hey, that's okay. You do you. But I highly encourage you, as a co-host of this event and having been an active participant last year to this event, pick up one saucy, trashy book, right, Watson? Watson, give me a paw. Just one, right, buddy? Oh, he's laying down now. Okay. Just one. Yeah, just one. Just one trashy book. It could be that thin. Go on Kindle Unlimited. Go to your thrift store, get a Harlequin romance, do something. You will not regret it. And then today I asked, how many books do you think I consumed in July? 59 of you got the right answer, and that's 8. 34% said 11, that's wrong, and 7% said 5, and that was wrong. So I read 8 books and I DNF'd 2. Let's get into my Goodreads. Hi, what's up? What's up, Watt? It's so nice having you here, Watson. You never come and say hi to Mommy. He likes to be on camera sometimes, you know? I love my dog. All right. We're getting into Goodreads, buddy, okay? Okay. It's okay, Mommy. I don't know if you can see him or not. There he is. My guy. My little snuggle muffin. Okay, so Watson's here hanging out with me. Okay, so let's talk about what I read so far. Okay, so we started out the month with The Satan Sleuth #2, and that is The Werewolf Walks Tonight. Okay, so out of the 3, this is probably my least favorite of the novels. It was good. I believe I did a full review, and I will put a card here for you to check that out. Satan Sleuth #2, The Werewolf Walks Tonight, is good. I gave it 3 stars. It's not my favorite out of the trilogy at all. But it is fine. It's fine. It's still enjoyable. We still have our vigilante billionaire that's trying to shake up people that hide behind the guise of occultism and magic and all this, and he's there to disprove and to bring truth and justice to light. So it still has all of the fun elements. He's kind of a Bruce Wayne. He goes to this small town that is having some issues with people going missing, and there's some murders that happen, and he's trying to put 2 and 2 together and figures out as to what is going on. So I gave it 3 stars. It is a paperback from hell. It is The Satan Sleuth #2, The Werewolf Walks Tonight by Michael Avallone. So if you're interested in the Satan Sleuth series, it's actually pretty perfect for Garb August. All right. Then as a part of Criminali's Patreon, he gets to do a buddy read with people that are in this one tier of his. I got in his Patreon, and he's like, all right, what do you want to read? And I said, we're doing The Passenger and Stella Maris, because it was when Cormac McCarthy died. I read these books back in January, so this is a reread for me, and I'm telling you, the second reread was just as wonderful as the first. There is just something fantastic that I love about Cormac McCarthy's writing. And what I did this time around, the last time I simply did the audiobook in January. In July, I had the ebook along with the audiobook playing, because I still wasn't sure if I would jive with McCarthy's writing style, his hatred of punctuation, his hatred of quotations, all that. So I wanted to make sure that I still had the memory and the conversations in my head that I obtained the first time that I experienced The Passenger and Stella Maris. The second time was even better, I'm telling you. Still 2 5-star reads for me. Fantastic. They are books that stay with me. They are books that I think about at least once a week. I just love them. I don't know what else to say. And that's Stella Maris and The Passenger. Then I read Burn You the 5 by B.R. Yeager. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. And here's my review on Goodreads. My first B.R. Yeager, and I really enjoyed the darkness and tension within some stories, as well as the disturbing nature. Not sure if I should have started with this one, but I did, and I enjoyed it. And I really, really did. So, Burn You the Beep Alive. It's short stories, but there's also little vignettes in here. There's some artwork. You can see. It's actually pretty well done. It's an independent press. This is by Apocalypse. Apocalypse Party is the publisher. And like I said, I really, really enjoyed it. So I recommend it if you're looking for a book short stories that's different, that's unique, that has that disturbing nature to it, that pushes the envelope a little bit, but it's still enjoyable to read. Next, 19 Claws and a Blackbird. Sorry, what? This is 19 Claws and a Blackbird by Augustina Bazcharica. This was, let me tell you the experience with this book. Okay, so I got this in a subscription box, and I started the paper and I went to the audio because sometimes I have a lot of downtime, not downtime, but like I'm doing a lot of paperwork and I work in a very quiet environment. So to dull that, to make it a little more exciting, I always have something playing, and 9 times out of 10, it's going to be an audiobook. So I'm like, it seems short enough, so let's do it. When I'm doing that, I try to pick audiobooks that are like 5 hours and under, because when I do an audiobook like in a day, it gives me that feeling of accomplishment. I don't know if that's something that you guys strive to do, but when I get like a longer audiobook, one that's like 21 hours or something like that, I don't even want to look at how many hours I have left. Like, I love just little nibbles of audiobooks to consume. I don't know if you're like me or not. But anyways, the audiobook version of this is fantastic. It's really, really good. Like, it's better. I think it translates better over audio than it does on paper, if that makes sense. And that's because of the narrators coming in, bringing life to the characters, bring life to the narrative. I think maybe it may lay flat on the pages, and when you do the audiobook, it just adds another element. So I gave this one. Now, here's the deal. Goodreads right now, it's an average of 3.31 stars. And I guarantee a lot of those ratings are going to say, I was underwhelmed, there's something missing, blah, blah, blah. I bet if those people listen to the audiobook, they probably would give it a different rating. Just saying. So I really enjoyed it. Is it 18 stories or is it 19? And this is translated. This is a translated version. There's actually 20. Yeah. 19 Claws and a Blackbird. So there's 20 stories and it's 154 pages. They go by fast, and I love that too. So if you're on the fence about that book, try the audio. I guarantee you're going to get a different experience. Then it was a huge read of 1984. There was a whole group of us involved. And this was my first time reading 1984. Now, I read this on the flight home. I started on the flight home, and then the next day when I was like decompressing and getting back to normal life. And I did the audiobook and the ebook. So I was following along as I was reading it. And this is one book that I regret they didn't cover in high school for me. I remember my brother getting the experience, and I was like, oh, that's that book I keep hearing about. That's those Apple do you remember the Apple commercials? Do you remember the Apple commercials that were very Big Brother oriented and kind of scared you a little bit? Yeah, I remember those when I was a kid. And I wanted to cover that in high school, and we just didn't. And I was like, this sucks. Like, I don't want to do the Scarlet Letter. I want to do 1984. And it was good. It was good. I did not mind the darkness. I did not mind the violence. I did not mind the oppression. I did not mind any of that because I've been reading so many different dark tales with that type of vibe, and it doesn't affect me at all. It just doesn't. This type of story doesn't affect me. There's other things that affect me. Trust me, I'm human. But 1984 did not affect me that much. But I will say that I really enjoyed it. And this is one of the books where I'm going to go back to, and this is going to be like a reread for me in the future. Do you know Watson was almost named Winston? Those were the two choices. I said to my husband, I said, it's either going to be Watson or Winston. Pick. And I was fine with either. And then we just went with Watson. And he's here. He's sleeping on me. He's snuggling. And no, I really enjoyed it. The ending threw me for a little bit of a loop because I expected it. I wasn't shocked by it, but I was shocked by it. So yeah, definitely a favorite. I think is this my first classic that I read this year? I think it might be. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check. Yeah, so 1984 is a 5-star read for me. All right, then this one I read on vacation, and that's Yellowface, and that's a book that you all encouraged me to read. This is by R.F. Kuang, and this I really, really liked. I liked this mostly because it was it's outside of my comfort zone a little bit because I haven't read contemporary literature a lot. Once in a while, I'll sprinkle some stuff in, but mostly I'm going for the vintage. I'm going for the unique, the disturbing, the horror, the sci-fi, all that. So to read something like this was kind of like a palate cleanser almost, if that makes sense. So my review on Goodreads, I gave it 4 stars. And I said, wasn't sure what to expect, but I really enjoyed it. The ending caught me off guard, and at times, I wasn't certain as to who I should be rooting for, which actually made it more compelling to read. I recommend it to anyone that's been interested in the hype. It was nice to see, nice to experience the ins and outs of the publishing industry and authors and the competitive nature of writing and how things get perceived in our world that's been combined with the internet for so long. Where are you going? Hey, where are you going? Hey. Hey. Watson. He's digging for gold. Watson! Stop. Where are you going? Get over here. Where are you going? What? Oh, he wants me to pet him. Okay. Now he knows that the camera's on him. Watch. What's that? Is that you? Okay. So, yes. So, to get back to the story, it was just the right amount of you okay now, Watt? You got a little bit of the camera on you? Okay. Good boy. You good boy. Say hello. Say hello. Okay. It had a little bit of competition. It had a little bit of, like, not a Mean Girls aspect, but something like that. And it was entertaining. And I needed to see how it was going to end. And the protagonist in the book, I was rooting for, and then I wasn't rooting for, and then I was rooting for. It was just an interesting book that kind of, I went into it thinking one thing, and then I came out of it thinking it completely another thing. But yeah, solid 4 stars from me for Yellowface. Then today, this morning I finished Sorority Girls of Satan, and that is by Alistair Nelson. This is a Kindle Unlimited book. I am the first one to review this book on Kindle Unlimited, and I gave it 3 stars. So let me read you how it's portrayed. Gossip Girl meets Paradise Lost, basically. So my review is not what I expected. The story had some good elements. Loved the fashion references and overall relationship. There were some surprises in the writing, but many things surprised and caught me off guard, feeling very disconnected. So it was a very short book. It didn't live up to the hype of the title, if that makes sense. Yeah, it was the first one of Garb August, so, I read it. You guys, this month I also had 2 DNFs, and the one, oh gosh. I wanted to be with this book so badly. I wanted to spend time with it. I wanted it to gel. I wanted it to happen, and it just didn't. East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I know, Summer of Steinbeck. I failed you. I tried twice to get into this book, and it just didn't happen for me. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if it's the time of year. I don't know if I don't know. It's still a whale. It's still a white whale. I still have some summer left. It's not going to happen in August. Maybe September. Maybe. I honestly, I just wasn't in the mood to pick it up after I DNF'd it the first time. I have no explanation for it. I know people tell me they love this book. I wasn't called to it. I wasn't called to it. Oh, horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. All right, the other DNF was over at Criminali's Discord for his Patreon. Let's see, it was Elder Race. I maybe listened to an hour and a half of it, and I said, nah, DNF'd it. Sorry, just wasn't the sci-fi for me. What am I reading now? I'm reading my first Harlequin. So the first Harlequin I'm reading is by Heather Graham, and it's called Tangled Threat. And it is a Harlequin intrigue. So there's a little bit of romance and a little bit of mystery. And it's fine for now. It's very like Hallmarky movie, but maybe make it a little more Lifetime. But yeah, it's okay. There's little dashes of supernatural elements that you're not too sure. There is some missing people. There's a murder. Right now, I'm enjoying it. And today, I also started Absalom, which is for Faulkner in August. And this is my first Faulkner book since high school. I went in with the opinion that I'm just going to read the prose, and I'm not going to analyze every single sentence and look for the deeper hidden meaning and all that. I'm just going to read it to enjoy it. Maybe in the future this will be a reread, but I am going to primarily read it on my Scribe, and I'm going to take a lot of notes, and I think I'm going to vlog it, so to show you, how I go about reading on the Scribe and the note-taking system that I do. Not really a system, it's just notes, but whatever. So yeah, so that's about it. What do you say, buddy? Let's see if you can see him. Oh, buddy. He's like, hi, guys. Mom, do you know what you're doing? You're a good boy. All right, so he's very snuggly today, and I don't know why, but he is. Okay, so those are the books that I've read. I talked about the books that I'm reading. Looking to read, I have an Executioner book that I'm going to read and check off for Mid's Adventure. I have The Baroness, #1. She will be read. And then next week for Garb August, I'm not sure what the theme is off the top of my head, but it's going to be something good. So let's talk about the videos. Whew, man. Let's talk about the videos that came out this week. So, before I went on vacation, I did my last Bookish Bulletin. Then I did a Nightworms unboxing. That was fantastic. That was a really, really, really decent unboxing. Then we talked about audiobooks and how they matter, specifically with the 19 Claws and the Blackbird book and my experience with that. Then we did my July Book of the Month unboxing because your girl put all of her books in the cart and she didn't check out. They were sitting in there. So I checked out while I was in Jamaica and got the books for when I came home. So that video is up. Then I did Support Small BookTube, which is new to you channels as well as my favorite tips. And then yesterday was my Garb August 2.0 picks, my trashy picks for the second year of Garbagus. Now, know that those are just some of the picks. I would be talking for like an hour if I was to go through all the books that I wanted to read. So there's a few that I definitely should have included in there that I missed, but that's why we have these bookish bulletins to catch you up with everything. So in the future on the channel, what's going to be happening? Well, this video is today. On Saturday, I'm going to be having a conversation with Roy from his channel, Roy Reads Anything. We're going to do a support small booktube live. We're going to do our Q&A and then open it up to the audience. So if you are a fan of Roy, or if you don't know Roy, I will link his channel down below. Make sure you check it out. Then Sunday is support small booktube. Let's see. I'm going to do a tag. I think I'm going to do I Know What You Did Last Summer tag on Tuesday. And then probably on Thursday, it's going to be another bookish bulletin. So let me sprinkle some other stuff in there. We'll see. We'll see. I got to get a lot of reading done this week. That's for sure. I want a good, healthy, chunky start to the month. Right, buddy? He's like, what? He's like, what's up, guys? What? Do you want to take over? What? Do you want to take over? No? All right, so I think that's everything that I wanted to cover. So again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. Thank you for putting up with my Garbagus antics. Yeah, and I guess that's it. All right, so once again, thank you so much for your continued support. I appreciate it. Thank you, Watson, for hanging out with me. He never does that. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I will see you in my next video, whether that be sooner or later. So until next time, everyone, goodbye for now. And keep on reading, and keep on booktubing.